was having a conversation with someone, and we were talking about gut issues and being overweight, and she said that her doctor told her that, you know, all she really needed to do was just back up from the table and then she would be able to lose weight. Like, how unethical is that, number one, to say that? But two, a lot of times doctors don't understand fully nutrition. And when you don't understand fully nutrition, it's easy to think calories in, calories out. If you eat less calories and burn more calories, then you'll lose weight, right? It's really easy to think that. But there are a lot of factors that go into whether you lose weight, and even more factors that go into whether you're healthy or not, right? Just because you see somebody who looks like they're overweight does not mean that they're healthy or unhealthy. Just like if you see someone who is skinny or thin, right, doesn't mean that they're healthy. Hello, I know, I'm about to preach here. So I wanna let you know that if you are overweight, if you're dealing with health issues, it's not necessarily your fault. And I'm going to explain why. Number one, our food is not designed for health. It just isn't, right? A lot of times we talk about allergies and we understand what allergies are, but we don't understand what intolerances are. And we don't understand where they're coming from, right? Now, y'all know I do a sugar detox, and intolerances and sugar have a wonderful relationship with one another. So I just want you to think about it this way, right? You are eating food. Say you're eating pasta, or you're eating a cracker, or you're eating some cereal for breakfast. Like I did, I think every day of my life growing up was cereal if it wasn't at my grandmother's house with the eggs and the bacon and the grits and all the other stuff, right? But the way that those things are sweetened, they're not sweetened with natural sweeteners, right? They're sweetened with something called high fructose corn syrup, or even just fructose, right? Table sugar, which, you know, a lot of us will use table sugar to sweeten our coffee, sweeten our tea, sweeten our cereals, if that's what we're having, our oatmeal, what have you, right? You'll use table sugar. Well, table sugar is 50% glucose and 50% fructose. Why am I telling you this? Why should you care? I'm gonna tell you why you should care. Our body needs glucose, right? That's the fuel that our body uses. It needs glucose in some form. So whether you're on a keto diet, paleo diet, vegan, vegetarian, it really doesn't matter. Your body still needs some form of glucose, right? You can get that through vegetables. You can get that through fruit. You can get that in a variety of ways, right? So 50-50, right? But when we're talking high fructose corn syrup, that can be up to 90% fructose. Why is that a bad thing? I'm gonna tell you why that's a bad thing. Because when glucose and fructose come into our body, just say we're having some sugar, right? The body uses the glucose and takes that all around because that's what it's going to use as fuel, right? The fructose, it goes straight to our liver. Why is that a problem? I'm gonna tell you why that's a problem. Because years ago, people would come up with cirrhosis of the liver, right? And when they had cirrhosis of the liver, the first thing a doctor would think, oh, you've just been drinking. Like, you must be an alcoholic. You've been drinking all your life, blah, 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 blah. That's why you have cirrhosis of the liver. Well, now we have 10-year-olds with cirrhosis of the liver who have not had a drink in their lives. How is this possible? It's possible because a child, the average child, the average child has over 40 teaspoons of sugar a day. Do you know how many teaspoons you're really supposed to have in a day? It's not a whole lot. No more than 5 to 6 teaspoons in a day. That's all you're supposed to have. That's it, okay? And that is on the high end. That's what the recommended daily allowance is. That means you shouldn't have more than that, right? But if the average child is having over 40 a day, you can imagine what the liver is looking like, right? So now you can understand why the epidemic of obesity is so prevalent, why diabetes has shot through the roof since 10 years ago, right? Because our food is not designed to give us health.